Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Atlanta & Company. I'm Christine Pullara. Does the exterior of your home need a little bit of a lift, maybe a little color? Will do it some good. Well, the pros at Flawless Painting are here to help. Scott Csaszar is here to tell you about their precise, professional techniques that improve the look of your home. Welcome back.
Hey, thank you for having me.
This weather, we've been talking about how exciting it is. It's actually one of your busiest times, right?
Exactly, it is. It's a great time of year, perfect time of year to paint outside as well.
Awesome, and tell people why and what we need to be looking out for when it comes to the exterior. You've been on our show for now, what, about a year and a half, almost 2 years, and for a long time we focused on the inside, and they do an amazing job, which we'll profile in another show, but he wants to talk about the importance of decks today.
Yeah, not only decks and the exterior of your houses before we head into the colder months, and as you know, we had a rough winter last time.
Right.
And you know, we want to avoid all those expensive mistakes, or we try to, you know, so we've been focusing on that. The show's been phenomenal, but we've been getting a lot of calls, you know, to come look at the exterior and take care, look at the, you know, look at the house before we get into December and January and February.
Right.
A lot will transpire between now and next March
right.
or April. And so you don't want to have 20, 30, 40 repairs to deal with next year. Get it on the front end now, instead of waiting and thinking, oh, I can get by another 6 months.
Right.
So really take a good look at your house. Look for chalking, you know, cracking. Look for paint peeling, you know, worn out surfaces. You can tell when stuff is weathered versus rotted. And there's lots of issues on homes today, as you know. And
talk to me about how the process gets started. Did you come out and just do a consultation?
Yeah. Obviously, we have free estimates. We come out, and it's usually me personally.
Okay, that's nice.
I will come out and look at the house, thoroughly check through it with you, take a look at it. Just was yesterday that somebody called from the show and, you know, looked and she said, you know, we were going to wait until the spring, but we heard what you talked about and the emphasis on doing it now versus going through the next 6 months, and change of weather and temperatures will affect things greatly.
Right.
And the same thing that goes for the deck. If the deck is something that you need to keep up with even more than the house, as we've talked about many times on the show, you got to take care of the deck. It's an important component. A lot of people think you can just let it go for 3, 4, 5 years, and you can't. And it's much better to get it now instead of waiting until March or April next year. And you'll really have to wait till after April, because we'll have about a month of pollen, and then a lot of people don't want to do anything until May or June. So we're talking a good 7, 8 months.
Right. You're letting these issues possibly get worse by not reacting to it today or not being proactive. And we had a graphic up that showed really why you're different. Because there are a lot of people out there that say, oh, I can get a painter and no big deal. But and actually, you came to our house over a year ago and you saw some rooms and you were like, okay, who did you use there? And I'm like, let's not talk about it. That was during the recession, so we weren't, you know, we were trying to save money, and it shows. You've got to get quality people like yours.
Yeah, there is so many situations that I see that obviously a lot of do-it-yourselfers and people that are just going to pick up somebody just to put some, you know, freshen up paint, but they're not really going to pay attention to the details. And those are some of the things that I noticed in your personal home. But, you know, we've had crews with us now. A majority of our crews have been with us for 11 and 12 years, and that's really unheard of. And then obviously we'll come out and we'll do color consultations if you contract with us to help you avoid those costly mistakes, as we often talk about. I helped you with it, but we do that constantly, and that's a big differentiator for us versus other companies. And then just giving you a detailed estimate as well, so you know exactly what you're getting, whether it's 1 room, 10 rooms, whether it's just to do your deck, or whether it's the whole outside of the house, and list out all the repairs, so we don't just come to you and say, hey, Christine, you know, we got 15 repairs. Well, what are they, Scott?
Right.
We list it all out.
Right.
So everybody knows exactly what you're getting on the front end, and if we find some additional situations or problems in the middle of it, we bring it to your attention, get your approval before we do anything.
Okay, I know it, and you do that because you've done it for my mother-in-law's home, for our house as well. And you have a great offer for Atlanta & Company viewers that has really been working, and, and again, we can't stress enough that you think now's the time to really take advantage of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say definitely take advantage of what we've been consistently driving that message to, looking at the outside of the house. But the promotion, as long as you spend over $1,000 in labor costs between inside or outside, you're going to get up to 25% off on the total project, and then you get a $100 gas card as well if you contract with us. So that's been phenomenal. Please call today, tomorrow, mention the show, Christine. It's been really, really positive. Take advantage of the offer, and you know,
call today.
Let's get it going before the winter starts.
Exactly. And just to show everyone the kind of work that you do, I mean, again, these are exteriors. Interiors are I mean, just as good. But, you know, the weather can really do a number on your home, especially like given, like you said, the kind of weather that we had January, February of last year. So, you know.
We've been at some houses lately where we're having, you know, 20, 30, 40 repairs to do on houses, you know, whether it's window frames, door jambs, soffits, fascia, those are all common names in the painting world on the outside of houses, but all those different components are really, really important to look at, because then you get water leaks coming in your house. A lot of people will get nervous about that.
Right.
If you're thinking about selling your house next year, get it done now instead of waiting until an inspector comes and looks at the house and then picks it apart.
You also do commercial buildings, we should mention.
Absolutely. That's a big part of what we do. And just as you mentioned, you know, a lot of business owners that were painting their homes, and they'll say, hey, can you come take a look at my company?
Right.
Can you also come look at my car dealership, and so on and so forth.
Good.
So we're painting not only car dealerships and restaurants. We just got done through painting another restaurant in Roswell last week. So we're really, you know, branching out into those types of opportunities as well. Not just homes. It'll be the finished office space. It'll be a dealership. It'll be a restaurant, etc.
And 10 years you've been in the business, or more than 10?
More than 10, almost 14 years, since 2000.
Yes, that's right. I know your story by heart. What am I saying? I didn't do the math right.
Since 2000, yeah.
That was when we had a downturn in the economy, and that's when you said, all right, let me fall back on something I like.
Our message has been really consistent, and, you know, from the get-go, and that's driving relationships. And we have some phenomenal relationships with people from, you know, 14 years ago, and they've stayed with us. And then we do their daughter's home or their son's home. I get calls, and I just got one yesterday. Hey, my daughter just bought a house. It's her first one. Can you guys come and look at that? Of course. So it's passed down generation. It really makes it rewarding on what we do as a company.
Right.
And so many folks have stuck with us through this whole time. And we really have a consistent message and just do the proper thing for you inside and out. Pay attention to those details that a lot of painters will not pay attention to.
Right. And that offer is amazing. Don't forget to take advantage of that, up to 25% off.
That's right.
And also $100 gift card.
That's right.
If you contract with them. So pick up the
please
phone.
do.
Now is the time. Thank you, Scott, as always.
Thank
and
you.
for more information on Flawless Painting, visit flawlesspainting.com or give them a call right now, 678-386-7899.